Hi, Assalamualaikum. My name is Teacher Fiqry, and today I'm going to present on topography. So let's go. As you can see that today I want to actually topography topic is very vague. When I say vague, it's quite big, and today I want to specifically focus on developmental topographical disorientation. And here are the several things I want to discuss, which is the first one is what is actually developmental topographical disorientation. Number two is how this actually happens. Number three, activity for topographical. And number four is summary. So let's start with the first one. So, what is actually developmental topographical disorientation? So, this is some of the articles that I have read. It tells that some individuals that are affected by DTD get lost on a daily basis, even on the in the familiar surrounding. For example, let's say you already know that place, and yet you still get lost. Like, how should I go there? Let's see. Let's make it a quick example. You want to go to your favorite cafe, and you already been there so many times. You already know. You are very familiar with the spaces. Let's take it for example, Pasar Seni, and yet you still lost going there. So there has something to do with your topographical disorientation, your DTD. Uh, well, for many years, and it's in extreme cases, even in their own places and all that. So next, time to test your topographical orientation skills. The first one is, can you actually visualize the map around your house? Like, what is around your house? For example, maybe kedai makan yang you always go there ke, shopping mall yang berdekatan ke, or your neighbor ke. And then can you, if you were to go somewhere unfamiliar, can you quickly identify the path as your landmark? So this is one of the things to test your visual. This is under visual as well, visual attention, visual imagery, and visual closure, followed by visual discrimination. So yes, and then next we go with how this actually happens. Unfortunately, there is insufficient of data. When I say insufficient of data, meaning that it is not enough to say why it happens. We don't have enough evidence to point out, or this is caused by brain, it's caused by this, but there are two factors that could possibly lead to DTD, which is cognitive and behavior, which is in terms of cognitive impairment to form mapping is a big struggle for an individual with DTD. And because of that, over creating a behavior of forgetting that place every single day. So note that do not get confused with spatial and cognitive. Spatial orientation is different. You can still seeing it, but in terms of cognitively, can you remember the pathway to go here, here, and there, and etc. Going left, right, and then head north, head west. That is something that not something that people with DTD struggles, as you can see. So this is the example of cognitive mapping. So we cognitively in our brain map throughout at least our radius of places that we want to go, and then imagining ourselves to go left, right, and direction ourselves. Kind of like a ways, but we our cognitive mapping is like our ways buddies. So yes, this is how it works. These are the example of cognitive mapping. And then activities for topographical orientation. This is the most interesting part, which is you can play around with your children this kind of activity. The first one is use your tables. If tak ada table is okay. Pakailah bantal. Bantal, apa-apa objek to create border of a room still possible, good effort. And then create space as a room which are easily accessed with spatial openings. As you can see in the picture, dia ada sedikit ruang untuk a person to comes in. And then label it lah. Macam contoh kitchen ke bedroom ke. And then put it at the space created. And then request your child to put item. When I say item, contoh kita letak Kita label benda tu bantal. Okey, bantal ni nak simpan dekat mana? Kalau dia tahu, oh dekat bilik tidur. Oh, kalau bilik tidur, macam mana nak pergi bilik tidur? So, let themselves navigate through the space, cari mana bedroom tu. So, this is one of the way untuk kita um, to improve topographical orientation. Sebab let's say this is a if they have issue in terms of topographical orientation, imagine going somewhere else in a playground, for example. They might get lost, and then something bad will happen for them, and etc. etc. And it would affect their daily life routine as well. Imagine going to school, they get lost in the building itself. Like, oh my god, where is the class? I forgot, even though I have been going there so many times. So this is one of the activity that you can play, and I find it very interesting because when it comes to topographical disorientation, no one wants to talk about it and no one to take it seriously, or maybe because you were forgetting it when it is not actually true. So, in terms of summary, these are the summary from the research where it was first reported in 2008 from a Canadian woman. Symptoms includes cats lost daily in extremely familiar surrounding and followed by reporting of having difficulties since childhood. So this is one of the main point here from childhood. If suddenly like around this age of 20 you forgot to go there, that is null. There is invalid lah. Okay, and then do not report having neurological disorder because in terms of this one, it has something to do with visual. When it comes to visual, of course, it comes of other things like body awareness. This is the most important part. Internally and externally, laterality, body directionality, and etc. etc. So when it comes to neurological mechanism, it's an alteration of functioning of regions of spatial orientation. So it's not alteration is not mean a damage, more like something has been the wire is not wiring, or what is what Gen Z said. The wire is not connecting properly. So because of that, there is some sort of alteration when it comes um, to read through the mapping in our brain, and because of that, we tend to, should I go left, right? Oh, well, I forgot, and also, and etc. etc. And these data are based upon one of the article, which is a behavioral and cognitive mechanism of developmental topographical orientation. Remember that it is important for you to always check up with your children, and it is not too late to seek help because when it comes to visual problems, I understand it might be a big struggle. Imagine if they have visual struggles, they want to go somewhere as easy as playground, they could get lost, or they want to go back home, they forgot, oh my god, where, how should I go home, and then because of that they break down and all that. So this is one of the way to we want to help them to be better in terms of orientating themselves topographically to go from one place to another without mm, being lost throughout the process. And that's all from me. Thank you so much. For any Q&A, you can ask me in the next session. So thank you.